back to Reviving Wanderers, where we tried to take Bolton from League One all the way to the Premier League. As you would have known, this is our debutant season in the Premier League, and so far we're doing good. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we cannot get Europe, and it seems like a Europe place has been taken from us. As you would have seen, 7th place would have got us an extra European spot, but unfortunately it hasn't. Form hasn't been great if we look at the schedule. Obviously, the last game we played was the 3-2 win against Everton. We then went to drawing 2-2 against West Ham, goals from Vieira and Sander. Then Leicester again 0-0, a game we should have definitely won, but you know, it happens. Then we went away to Man City, and Man City do what they do best and beat us 2-0. Again, not a bad result considering it's Man City at home. We took them 56 minutes to score a goal and then 77 minutes after that. So today's final game of the season is against Liverpool, and let's get straight into it. There's nothing much to play for. So we just slightly mixed the team just a small bit because of injuries, and we're just going to go with today's team. So today's team is followed by Butland in goal, Bernardo, Chirico, Satar, and Dionku as our back four. In midfield, we have Rodriguez and Sadar. Then attacking three of Horta, Galbert, Gardini, and Arezzo. Gardini's coming on that right-hand side. Again, just a little youngster. Probably not the best game to put him into, considering we are playing Liverpool, but just give him a bit of a run out. He hasn't played much this season. So let's just see how it goes. Again, we're not expecting much. We know that how strong Liverpool are. So again, it's just about just enjoying the last game of the season and just see what happens, to be honest with you. If we can finish the season with a victory, that will be surprising, but a good way to end the season. But other than that, nothing else for us to do. But yeah, just enjoy the last game of the season. What can I say about the season so far? It has been a good season for us. I would have never, ever thought that we would have come back to the Premier League and finish off in the top 10 or top 12, should I even say that, let alone I thought it would be very, very difficult for us to avoid relegation, but we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can do is just try and avoid relegation, and that's what we're going to try and do this next season. Horst is actually with the header at the back, at the near post, beats Butland, but I'm not going to make much complaint about it. Again, it's the end of season game. Everyone's probably thinking of having a break and having a holiday and then coming back. But yeah, it's just one of those things that it makes no difference for us, to be honest with you, where we end up. If we end up 10th, 9th, it doesn't make a difference. It's still a brilliant season as far as I'm concerned. We nearly got a European spot if they had 7th, but again, the quality shows when we do play the better teams. But we've done it. We've made a good account of ourselves this season, I must say. Arezzo's probably been one of the best signing of the season. I think Chirico as well. He's a young boy coming in defence, and I think he's really done good. Coates, remember, was our leading defender with Satar. And I think Chirico's coming in, hasn't done a bad job. Again, he's young. He is going to get experience. He's come from the Brazilian league. So, you know, it's going to take time for him to get used to it, but it is what it is, man. We have to see what we're going to have to do. We have to try and better the squad next season. Maybe come in with some players that have some experience playing in the Premier League may help. There are some good teams that are getting relegated, so hopefully we may be able to pinch some of their players. But as Mane with the ball takes the shot just past the post, and again I can say Butland has been very pivotal to us being so high up the table. How many shots he's saved. He's kept us in games. He's kept us winning. He's kept us from losing a game. You name it. He's really been the player of the season as far as I'm concerned with Arezzo. Arezzo scored quite a bit of goals. So that's been an interesting one. Straight ball over to Brewster. Brewster makes it 2-0. Again, like I said, it is Liverpool. It's what we expect. We're not going to be hard done by too much. It is what it is at the end of the day. Bournemouth are winning, so they will leapfrog us to 9th. But it's just one of those days, isn't it? Just let the boys go out and play, to be honest with you. But hopefully we'll try and keep it respective, to be honest. I don't want it to be a battering. If we can get a goal, that would be great. But let's just see what happens. The ball over. Mane has the ball. We should be doing better. Ooh, and it's a great save again. And this just shows exactly what Butland can do, even though they are offside. It just shows you exactly what he can do. Where can we improve? Definitely fullback position. But I think in Football Manager, fullback doesn't make much difference to winning games and losing games. But I definitely feel midfield, probably where we need to improve on centre midfield, and definitely out wide as well, where we need to improve on. Probably a young, maybe an older striker, experienced striker that can come in and help us out sometimes when we do need to get helped out. Just a bit of experience will always help, I believe. But the young boys will always get a lot from this as well, and experience as well. They're always going to improve, and they're always going to get something from it as well. And they're going to get match improvement, match practice, should I say, playing in the Premier League. Quite a few teams, probably a lot of players that need to go. Brewster takes a shot and makes it 3-0. I'm hoping that this is not going to be an embarrassment. It's 3-0 before half time, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be crazy. But listen, it's the end of the season. Whatever happens, happens. But we still keep them on their toes, and we'll demand more once we have a chance to. There's no pressure. There's really no pressure. They've had a good season so far. I'm not going to spoil it by demanding anything from them in the game, but we are going to demand more just to boost them up a bit. But it is what it is. They've had 18 shots, 11. We've had 2 shots, none on target. It's just been that type of game. I think we're going to make a substitution at this moment here. We are going to take off Arezzo. He's not had the best of games. We will put on Xerxes. Again, we're not too sure what we're going to do with Xerxes, if we are going to play him or not. Keep him, should I say, or not. Simons can come into that deep lying playmaker role, and Rodriguez can come out. Rodriguez we probably won't renew. We are paying about 63k a month for him, so a week, sorry. So probably not somebody that doesn't make sense financially, where we can bring in our own players or keep with what we have. Right, defensively there, we're not great. We managed to let him control the ball in our own half, which is not good, without no pressure. But yeah, I think we definitely need another striker and wingers. 2 wingers and a striker for sure. We've seen that Carl Leak when he's been off. We haven't really had someone of quality there. Horta has done his little bit, a fair share of little bit of helping out. Noticeably, the game against Tottenham, again, it's 4-0, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, are we going to make a substitution? Let's see. Not the best, but yeah, it is what it is. This looks like it could be a high-scoring game, but like I said, it's the end of the season. I'm not sure if Liverpool have something to play for, but we don't. It's not an excuse to lose 4-0 or more, but you know, it's not going to make much of a difference whatsoever. Brewster has really destroyed us in this game, I must say, but it just is what it is. Obviously, Best couldn't play because he is obviously a Liverpool player, and he's eligible to not play in this game. So we're just going to have to take it as it is. I'm not too sure if he'll be here for next season. More than likely, Liverpool may just want to use him, but it'll be interesting to see what we do. But it's Simons with the ball, back to Rico, to Bernardo, now to Horta. Horta can take on his man, keeps on going, plays the ball into Bernardo. Bernardo, can he find Horta? Yes, he does. Horta plays one in, unlucky, straight at the keeper. Should do better. But yeah, we've managed to register a shot on target now. That's great. We've got 3 shots on target from 6. There we go. Gardini with the ball. Back to Simons, back to Satan. That's a great ball over to Xerxes. Can Xerxes finish it? Yes, he does. 6th goal of the season. A consolation goal. That's always great. But yeah, what can I say? The team has potential. It really does have potential, but squad depth is not the best. It's not the best at all. I must say. So we're gonna have to really try and look. And again, obviously, we're a team that doesn't have the biggest financial backing and power, so it's going to be quite difficult for us to do that. But we're going to have to look at some of these players, because some of these players, they're not good enough, if we're honest. Great catch by Butland, and again, I always say, though he's conceded 4 goals, Butland has been magnificent for us. We have brought in another goalkeeper just to test him out as well, because Perez is, again, he's not of good quality. Xerxes on the ball again. Looks like Xerxes really wants to try and earn another contract back with us. I'm not too sure if we are going to take him on another loan deal if they do allow us. Wow, what a strike by Ryan Brewster. And that's his 18th goal of the season, and it's 5-1. It's not looking great. Defensively, that wasn't good. But it is what it is. We got one substitution left we can take. We will use it. Who will we take off? Gardini hasn't had the best of games, and we'll put on Andre Vieira. Again, these youngsters, they're going to get a lot of game time in the Premier League, and that should do them a lot, do them good a lot. But we'll just see what happens. Wow, hopefully it's not 6. That wouldn't be great. Vieira has the ball, but manages to pass it to Robertson. Robertson, 6. Harvey Elliott, not really a way to finish the season, but you know, you're playing a team like Liverpool. This is what happens, and I think this might be our biggest defeat of the season so far. But it's what it is, I guess. Not really too fast. Like I said, it doesn't make much difference. We've dropped down to 10th. Obviously, we're not going to get a point or anything from there, so it doesn't make much difference. But again, a top 10 finish, I'm not going to complain at all. Obviously, it's going to make a difference financially with the money that we would get. But listen, it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, a couple of millions will do us good, but you know, there's nothing we can do. Dionku on the ball, plays it to Vieira, into Xerxes. Xerxes plays it back into Dionku. Dionku gets the ball. Vieira, back to Dionku. Back to Simons, to Galbert. Galbert skips one, plays it into Simon. Simon loses out. He should be playing the ball a lot more quicker. Now Robertson's on the ball. Please don't make it 7. Robertson's ran, taking a shot, and luckily for us, it's just wide. 3 minutes stoppage time, and it will be nice for it to come off so we can just forget about this game. But without further ado, they've got a free kick. Probably Harvey Elliott's going to take it. No, Buckley whips it in, and yes, it's 7-1. Not the best results, but listen, it's the end of season, like I said, and I'm not going to be too hard on the boys. It is what it is. It's not a way, it's still not an excuse for us to lose like this, but you know, there's nothing we can do. They tried. Yeah, they don't really care about that, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's our last game of the season. We lost 7-1. It's not good, but to be fair with you, you know, it's not going to make much difference with us whatsoever. So this is the confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just to go through, so Man United have won the league just by a point. Man City comes second, followed by Liverpool and Chelsea. They get Champions League. Europa League goes to Arsenal and Tottenham. Relegated Crystal Palace, Everton and Brighton. So like I said, we're really going to be looking to try and see if we can get some of their players on a cheap, and they've got some decent players now. See, so most of these players are going to be on the transfer list. Like Moise Kean, we're going to go for him. He's only 2.5 million, 2.3 million, sorry. He's going to be better than what we have. That's for sure. Jonathan David, again, another player we can look at. There's quite a bit of players that we can look at here, ladies and gentlemen, and try and maybe nip from. That'll be interesting. So we'll already see. Jordan Pickford would have been a great one, to be honest with you. There's quite a lot of players here now we can really look at. It looks like we're going to be having a field day with some of these players, but it's if we have the problem is if we have the wage budget, the wage bill, should I say, wage budget, sorry, to get some of these players. But again, it's looking nice for me. Like, so quite a few of these players I would go for. Kononoglu, I wouldn't mind getting in. Richarlison, again, that would be very difficult. There will be some big teams going in for him, so we're not even going to waste our time even trying to go for him. But yeah, I think they look like they have some good players. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste your time on that. Let's just see what's happened. So Man United have won it. We know about that. Yep, it wasn't great performance from us. So we received 23.51 million for getting 10th place. That's good. We've paid out 400k for finishing 10th. That's great. If we look at the finances, just have a little look. We've got 67 million in the bank, and we've got 13 million already here. This is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be looking at the squad and thinking who's going to go, who's not going to go, who we can keep, who we cannot keep. 6-7 million in the bank. That is nice, but it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, but we're going to try and bring some squad depth into the squad. That's for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for the end of season review. Okay, so we are back with the end of season award. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, John Sutter, he got manager, player of the season, 38%, followed by Xavi Simons on 26%, third Jack Butland, which I'm very surprised about because I think Jack Butland kept us in this game a lot. Sign of the season was John Sutter, and then young player of the season was Xavi Simons, which looks good. If we look at the stats now, top goal scorer Areza on 9 goals. For me, that's not a lot, and it's not enough. Highest average was Sebastian Coates. So we are now building some competition in centre back. Best pass completion is Suat Sadar. Most assist is Areza on 5. And yeah, that's about it. So the season review, you can see here, we finished 10th in the Premier League. The FA Cup, we lost in the 3rd round to Crystal Palace. Carabao lost in the 3rd round to Aston Villa. Moment to forget was the ending of the season, 7-1 defeat. And match of the season was the 1-0 against West Ham, which I don't think it was that. But if we look at the club vision, you can see here now that they want us to work within the budget. And also to avoid relegation battle, which is always good. And they want us to continue to establish ourselves in the Premier League, which is good by me. Facilities as well. Youth facility will be completed, including with the training facilities. So having the training facility will make the boys better. Also, the youth facilities will be improving the youngsters. So without further ado, I am going to accept that current vision. I think that's reasonable. Dynamics looking all good again. You just been promoted from the championship and you finished 10th. I wouldn't expect anything less. End of season team meeting. Now, this is where we have to look. And we have to say to ourselves, where do we think the boys will think? I think if I say mid-table, I don't think they'll be happy. We have mostly balanced players. Mostly balanced personalities that we have. Quite a few spirited and things. So I'm going to say, looking ahead of the season, I'm optimistic that we can avoid the fight against Red and stay up comfortably. That seems to be good. I'm happy with that. That's exactly what I wanted from the boys, and luckily for us, we've managed to do that. Now we look at our injuries. Again, you just look, that Kyle Leak was a lot from us. He was out for 2 months for a torn knee ligament. That really destroyed us. Christian Tarico, that wasn't with us, so that's not too bad. And that's about it. So everything is looking good so far. We just haven't been told how much we are going to get transfer budget for next season, which is surprising. Usually that is added onto that. As well, we don't know if the club is going to sell. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So the board has set a wage budget of 1.1 million per week and transfer budget of 45 million. Now, I'm not happy with that. 45 million is a lot of money, but I feel like, why can't we get more? Let's look at the finances. We still have 44 million in the bank. So realistically, they only gave us about, 30 million, if even that. That's not great. But we're going to have to probably sell some players to generate some more transfers. So we can't complain. So stadium now has been expanded now. So it looks like we are now capacity of 35,000, which is looking good. It will be done by the ending of the year. Again, not bad. And then we've obviously upgraded the facility, the youth facility and training. So that will cost about 8.5 million. So obviously we need to make sure that we really build this up and make it good for us. Again, just before we go, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the squad, I just want to have a look at the squad just to make you aware of who we may be looking to keep or sell. Right, let's have a look at this now. more so. Let's look at the report. Right, we're just gonna do it from the weakest players first, obviously. Um, and I would probably say all the way around here, we're probably gonna get rid of quite a lot of people. I must say, there are a lot of players that we are gonna get rid of. Um, they're just not good enough. Sven Scroll, we probably will leave him. We may send him out on loan. Fiat up again. It just didn't work out for us, unfortunately for him. So he will be going back to Bayern Munich. And then you look at his stats and you think to yourself, you know what, he looks a good player, but just hasn't worked out for him. This could be another season that it may work out for him, but no, it's not looking great for him. I think there's a lot of players we definitely be looking to get rid of. It just is what it is. Colin Best probably won't come back, unfortunately. More than likely, they are not going to allow us to bring him back. And that's about it. Xavi Simons would be a nice one to bring back. But again, like I said, we don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our season. We'll come back for the first game of the season, followed by whatever we've done in the transfer window. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on this ride with Reviving Wanderers. We have revived them back to where they belong in the Premier League, but now it's for us to sedate our place in the Premier League and become a force, hopefully trying to win trophies, whatever it could be. And who knows, maybe in the future we might just win a Premier League title. Who knows? We are a long way from that, but let's just see what happens. But again, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share, hit that thumbs up and notification. Hit those comments below. Let me know what you think about the season so far. What you think maybe went right or wrong. Do you think we overachieved? Do you think we deserved it? And where do you think we'll be next season? That'll be interesting to see. Let me know where you think maybe we need to improve on position-wise. Just let me know. But that will be all for today. Have a nice day and enjoy yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.